Rise and shine, everybody. It's gonna be a little bit of a different kind of video today. Patty is not here, as you can see. It's just me in my bedroom. But something I wanted to kind of go over is we just heard from the Six Flags Cedar Fair merger, the first casualty, and that is Six Flags America to close. The reason I wanted to cover this is if you guys are new here, we actually started out doing way more theme park food stuff. It's just been hard to organize and get a lot of videos out for that, so we've kind of been doing other things recently, which have been doing great, and you guys have been watching. It's been awesome. But we are a theme park channel in our hearts, and I'm a coaster person, so I normally wouldn't cover just closings and stuff like this, but I actually got to visit Six Flags America last year. I was in the DC area for work, and as a coaster guy, I was like, hell yeah, let's take a day off and go ride some coasters. And I actually decided to film it as an experiment of like a vlogging style video, but I just didn't feel like it was all that great, so I never released it. I never even got to editing it, but I did get to go. So this is gonna kind of be like my experience there during really its last year of operation, and my thoughts on the park. And I did it on my phone, so the audio and the video isn't going to be up to our new normal standards, but yeah, I just want to get this out there, and it's going to be kind of slapdash put together so I can get it out there right now while it's hot. But let us know in the comments if you like it or not, if we want to do more of this, because we actually have a lot of videos we haven't put out because for various reasons that we could go back and do voiceovers for and do kind of more in-depth thoughts and such on that. But yeah, if you aren't a super theme park person, I hope you stay around and watch and get a little bit out of this. But if you don't know, Six Flags and Cedar Fair are the two largest theme park operators in the world besides Disney. Universal's coming up there though, but they are less theme park and more amusement park. They have way more parks than any of those other competitors, even though they might not be raking in this much money. They merged last year into one big conglomerate, and they did announce that there were going to be some closures and some changes as they evaluated their portfolio. And the truth is, a lot of these parks are in the same metro areas, and they serve a very similar group of people, and they're competitors, and some of them are just not bringing in a lot of money. The theme park business is pretty cutthroat. Some of them are loss leaders, some of them do bring in money. Six Flags, the new corporation, is now Six Flags. They're investing in a lot of parks, but they're closing down a lot of older rides and such, and so this is just kind of like every day there's something new. But this is the first full park closure to be announced, so it's a pretty big deal. And I thought might as well use the video that I had done last year and see what happens. So yeah, let's get to it and see what happens. All right, so here we are at the entrance of the park, and for some reason I'm a dumbass, and this is all I got. I didn't even record the gate. I did have an issue with my pass and Google Wallet. Don't put your pass in Google Wallet, it doesn't work. But yeah, here's a Firehawk. This is the first ride we're gonna go on. It is interesting. I think this is a very, very early B&M stand-up that was converted over to a floorless coaster, and we'll get my thoughts on that. I wasn't sure if I was gonna blog this or not, but why not give it a shot? There's no one here. I just got done riding Firebird. You can see it behind me. It is sweaty and I need a hat, but that was probably the roughest B&M roller coaster I've ever ridden. I lost my glasses on it. I have never lost my glasses on anything, so I was just glad to catch them. So far the park is like pretty cool though. It's a small park, but it's everything's a walk-on that's open right now, it seems. Not everything's open though. So next up was Joker's Jinx Premier Spaghetti Thing ride. There's a couple clones of these out there, but this one's different because it doesn't have a mid-course break So it goes really hard at the end. And actually was one of my favorite rides in the park. Still don't have a hat, but we did just get off Joker's Jinx. It's a premiere ride, Spaghetti Hooper or whatever. Pretty cool. It has a launch like most premiere rides. It's kind of unlike any other premiere rides, things that like I've been on. The first half is like kind of boring though. Like you're up top just lollygagging, but the last part it really whips you around and all the blood rips to your head, man. It gets really intense in the end, so pretty cool. Better than Firebird so far. All right, dad hat acquired. Unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of hats that were like Six Flags America themed. Like there's a lot of generic Six Flags hats that you can get at any park. I almost grabbed one, but this is like pretty much it for Six Flags America themed hats, which sucks. I was hoping for more. There's some cool hoodies, which I might go pick one up for Patty later. Even one for myself maybe, but yeah, not a lot of options. So here we are entering the DC Comics area of the park. That's a Wonder Woman lasso of truth, I think they call it there. We have one of these at Magic Mountain. Ours is much bigger, but this is a pretty new one. And they still have their Batmobile, which I don't think we still have this at Magic Mountain. Pretty sure we don't. Used to love that as a kid. And here's the Intermin Hyper Superman. And we're about to go check to see if we can fit in the seat. Let's see how that goes. So Superman's a no-go for me. Did not fit in the test seat. Sucks. So yeah, that didn't go where, but dude, this park is maintained, or was maintained, really well. Like, for what it is, look at these butterflies, man. That's freaking awesome. It's chill. Beautiful flowers. The plants and greenery is just so good on this park. And, like, coming from, like, Six Flags, we don't have anything like this. And what we do have hasn't been really well maintained, though. They are getting to it now. It's getting better, slowly. But this park maintained itself so well. So pretty. And here we are going into the Mardi Gras area, which is kind of a cool area, but everything was closed besides the rides, but it was fun. This is the Wild One, which is a really old, over 100-year-old roller coaster. So get your last rides on this, because this is not going to be moved, most likely, when the park closes. It's a pretty cool ride. Staff was awesome, and this part right here, you can see, I hope you can see that it bends outwards when the train goes by. It looks like it's being held together with toothpicks. But yeah, get your last rides in this one. I'll be sad to see this one go. It's a pretty cool one. So I just got off Wild One. What a ride. It's been rebuilt. It's a 100-year-old coaster, you know. Wow, it's rickety, but it's smooth enough. It's a little crazy, just like you want. Lots of little airtime hills, lots of like, it's fun. It's fun. It looks like it's barely being held together with like toothpicks, but it's a lot of fun. It's old school. Something I kind of miss that we don't have in my home park anymore. And the crew was amazing. They're having a lot of fun, chatting it up with kids and everyone, and like just, they were hilarious. I'm gonna see if I can't ride Raging Cajun now. Not looking forward to Raging Cajun, to be honest with you. I don't really like spinny coasters, and this one's supposed to be pretty intense, but I think we can handle it. Let's see. After Wild One, we went over to Raging Cajun, which is a spinning coaster. I do not like spinning coasters, but we're here to ride roller coasters, so we're gonna do it. Also, a few clones of this one around. This one gets intense at the end. I was the only rider though, so it might be less intense depending on how you ride it, but I hope this one gets moved out. It's a lot of people's favorite rides. A lot of people really like this ride. Super sweaty, but I just got off Raging Cajun. A lot of fun. It does whip you around. The first half's actually not that bad, but then the last like two bottom whips are just kind of crazy. The seat belt was like jammed in between the lap bar and my stomach, and that kind of hurt, but it's fun. It does whip you around though. It's a little jerky and a little rough, but not like rough, just when it throws you, it throws you. Yeah, last thing that's even open that I can ride is Roar, the newer GCI wooden roller coaster. So I think it's a GCI. Yeah, I'm gonna get some food though. I'm a little hungry, so let's get some theme park food. I'm gonna go up to the front of the park because they seem like they have the best food. Not a lot's open today, which, you know, I don't really blame them. There's not a lot of people here, so yeah. We'll be back in a bit. Yeah, like I was saying, there's not like a lot of food options here. I don't think there's a lot of food options in general, but most of it's not open. That was right by Roar. They have like some nachos and Philly cheese stick, which looks good. But I want to go to the front of the park to the tavern because they have air conditioning, I believe. The air conditioning was lovely, but this is all I got of my food. That's all I shot, which is half my crotch. So here's a blurry still of the $18 pizza and bread knots. Insane price. I also got cheese fries, but they weren't really that good. So I just got off a Roar. Oh, fuck. That thing beat me up, honestly. Audio is a little sketchier because of the copyrighted music playing in the background, so I kind of muted in between my talking. But this ride kicked my ass. It was I'm kind of speechless because like my adrenaline was pumping, but like it's because like I was like in a fucking fight. Like I was battling for my life. So yeah, I will not be sad to see Roar get dismantled. It doesn't need to be moved anywhere either. It's had its time in the sun. Here we go into Steamtown. This is a brand new, newly renovated area of the park, and it looks awesome. And look at this, like a koi pond in the middle of a Six Flags? Hell yeah. Like I said, like this place has charm and they keep up the maintenance and everything. It's just awesome here. But yeah, this area was just refurbished when I got there. Fresh coat of paint. And we're heading on our way to the Vekoma SLC, which I believe is my first SLC I've ever ridden. And they just got brand new Vekoma trains, which were super comfy, and a new fresh coat of paint. There's not much else here. There's like one flat ride, a couple flat rides. But yeah, this is a super cool area, and it makes you like wonder what the hell Magic Mountain is doing when a tiny regional park like Six Flags America can keep their park up this nice and put some actual effort into it. And that's why I'm really sad that this park is going away, because they really did a lot with what they had. And yeah, it's kind of sad it's going away. And we'll get into like the town itself of Bowie, Maryland. I really enjoyed my time there too. But yeah, what the hell is that? That looks sus AF. What? Wow. Professor Screamore's Skywinder. That was my first Vekoma SLC. And definitely, it's not as bad as people say. Maybe this is one of the better ones. Most comfy restraints ever. I'll say easily fat friendly. There is a height limit though. There was a guy that was pretty close to it next to me. I'm 6 foot, and it was only a couple more inches. So like, if you're 6'3", you might have issues. But yeah, it was pretty intense though. It's a pretty intense ride. The only pain I had was actually on my thighs, because you're hitting so many G's. You're getting pressed down so much that it was like cutting off the circulation to my thighs. There's going into the Sidewinder is a little rough. That's the only really rough part. But after you get into the Sidewinder, it was pretty smooth. I was in the second seat, so front car. Not bad. It's probably one of the better rides here, honestly. I don't prefer suspended coasters, but this is a good one if you like them. I just get a little woozy on them now. Didn't used to, but nowadays they're a little intense for me. But it's a good ride. Try it out. Yeah, and with that, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. It's only like maybe 3 o'clock, so I got everything done in 4 hours. The only thing not open was Batwing, which is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman. Pretty rare, honestly. I hear those are also terrible. Some people do love them though. I don't know. overall I had a nice day. It's hot, I'm tired. I'm gonna go back to the area I'm staying at. There's a little mall there. I'm gonna go get some like food, real food, not theme park pizza, which was okay for theme park pizza. At least it was hot, but you know, pretty bland. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice park, and they have some nice stuff. Dude, like if you're a roller coaster person, like it's $32 to get into this park. Everything was a walk-on. You'll spend more than that at like the LA County Fair, honestly, on like one ride. Getting in one ride, it's a good deal. Food's crazy expensive though. Like that pizza deal and doesn't even come with a drink, was $18 for a slice of pizza and 2 bread knots or a Caesar salad. That's dumb. Like that's just dumb. I think I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna go maybe take some B-roll, go look for something for Patty to bring home, and enjoy the rest of my time here and go enjoy some air conditioning, because look at me, I'm a fucking mess. All right. This is me a few hours later in my bedroom, just doing a recap. I'm just gonna do a voiceover here because I was kind of rambly, and even with editing and such, it went on a little bit longer than I wanted to. Anyway, we're just gonna get to it here. The park itself is really well maintained. The staff was having fun. The staff was super nice, super helpful, almost better than almost any other place I've been recently. They just were very good, and you could tell they maintained the park well. They did a lot with what they had, and I almost want to like use it as an example for the bigger parks to like, yo, you can do this too. Magic Mountain, you could have flowers, you know? Anyway, the ride selection, mid at best, I said. What was really good was good. What was bad was really bad, though. Roar being one of the worst roller coasters I've ever ridden, and Firehawk was it needs to be put out of its misery. Yeah, those things were just not good. And then, but some surprising ones were Professor Screammore being my first SLC, and then hearing that they're terrible. That was really good, and I don't even like inverts. And then Wild One, which I said here was like my favorite of the day, but as I look back, I actually have more fond memories of Joker. So I wish I could ride that again. Joker was pretty awesome. And other than that, the only real critique I had of this park is the food, man. The food options sucked. The only thing you could get was basically chicken tenders, some form of nachos or cheese fries, and pizza. And there was like one other place that had like a Philly cheesesteak, but they weren't open. And everything was the standard stuff you get at any Six Flags. It was the same pizza, same tendies. Them Six Flag tendies are pretty damn good. But that was it. Like there was nothing else in the park. And it was crazy expensive. The fact that it was $18 for a slice of pizza and 2 bread knots, you didn't get a drink with it, that's just highway robbery. And that's like a good chunk of what it costs just to get in the park. Insane. So yeah, food prices were insane. Normally when you go to smaller regional parks, those food prices are a lot cheaper. Other than that though, I had a really good time here, and I'm really glad I got to go. And yeah, that was pretty much my time there. And then I'm gonna do an outro now. You're gonna see my face. So yeah, see you then. Hey there, totally forgot I can use my regular camera as a webcam. So we've upgraded since the intro. Hope you like it, and hopefully I remember to do it next time. Anyway though, yeah, that was my journey to Six Flags America last August. I'm really glad I got to go, and really glad now, like you really gotta go to these parks that might be closing. I'm really happy that I did get the chance to go there. I'm glad I got to use this footage too, even though it might not be the best. It got used, and now we have like a kind of record for all of time on YouTube, unless I get canceled and delete all my things. But yeah, it's always sad when a park closes. It's just sad. A lot of history in these parks, then they're just gone. And I just want to, give a shout out to the employees there. I think there was 70 something full-time staff. You all did an amazing job with this park, like an amazing job with so little. Like, I hope you all stick it out in the industry and find a use for your talents elsewhere, because you guys did amazing. And the city of Bowie, I really liked Bowie. It was really cozy. It was, I don't know, I just added it kind of to the places I would kind of like to live. It's not anything like anywhere I've ever lived, but it's got space, but it's still suburban and still got stuff to do, and it's pretty close to DC. So I really liked it. It was a really charming town, and it's sad that you guys are gonna lose this big part of it. As far as like just going over the closures and everything, I don't really see a lot of these coasters getting moved. The fact of the matter is they're just really old. Even Superman, which is an Intamin Hyper, which you'd think like, no, that's like 20 years old, I think. Firehawk and Roar needed to be put down a long time ago. Firehawk was already from a different park and then moved there. The only thing I could probably see as far as coasters go moving is definitely Raging Cajun. A lot of people really like that ride, and there's a few other ones out there like it. So, and that could fit in almost any park and be a great addition to almost any park. The only other one I could think of is maybe Professor Screamore, the SLC. That's old too, and it seems like lots of parks are taking their old SLCs out right now, so I just don't see a lot of interest for it, but it is in good condition. So there could be a smaller park out there that would want it, a regional park. Those trains are brand new on both Professor Screamore and the Intamin. So those will probably get moved, and I'm hoping those Vekoma trains go to Discovery Kingdom, because I hear that's one of the worst out there. So anything they can do to help that would be excelente. A lot of these coasters are probably just going to get parted out and used elsewhere, and they will live on in some form somewhere. Who knows where though? They do have a lot of flat rides though that are in good condition, and I think a few of them are pretty new. Like I said, like Six Flags was investing into this park before the merger, and so this was going to be a park that they thought was going to stay in their portfolio for a very long time, and then all of a sudden it's not. It sucks. But these flat rides could go somewhere else. So yeah, that's about all I got to say about it. Thank you for staying and watching this experiment of a video. I kind of enjoyed making it. So if you guys want to let us know if you like this kind of content so let me know if like you guys like this kind of content and this format of video in the you know, the comment things there, and maybe we'll mix it up and do these. Maybe we'll change it up our other format. I like the vibes of both, but I'm not sure which one to use when and where, and which ones, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I kind of figured out the workflow a little bit now, so it might be a little bit easier to do these too. And if you're new here, this isn't normally what we do. Like I said before, we did start out as a amusement park type dealio, but we've kind of done some other things now. I still want to do more theme park things. We do have some videos that I have not released from a long time ago. We might do the same treatment on those as well. And I want to do more. I want to keep doing more. The whole festival thing though has not been going great here in Southern California. Magic Mountain stopped doing their festivals this year, and they were getting better at them. So it kind of sucks. And it's kind of late to do a boysenberry video. It's just hard to get to these places. Patty and I don't live together yet, so just coordinating and then driving and then filming, it's a lot. So we've been trying to figure out other ways to put out content and such, but neither here nor there. Thank you for watching. If you are coming back, thank you for watching. Let us know. And you know, like and subscribe, do those things. Beep boop boop, beep boop boop boop. And don't worry, we're gonna have another pastrami and burger video coming out soon. And I think we have a new challenger, honestly. So peace out.